Hey everyone, it's Melody. I thought I would do a really quick coloring video with you guys. I haven't done one of these in a very long time. I haven't felt colory, I guess. I am going to be coloring one of these images here from the Greeting Farm very cute stamp set. I think I'm going to do this little guy here. So we're just going to go ahead and color him in. It's a really small image, so this isn't going to take very long. I already stamped it out using some VersaFine and just some regular white cardstock. So this is not my typical watercolor cardstock. So we're just going to kind of see how this goes on just regular cardstock. So as you can see, he stamped out beautifully. I love it when images are nice and bold and crisp like that. So hooray for the Greeting Farm stamp set. And we're just going to go ahead and color him in. I decided to go ahead and try to use my watercolor pencils today. I have so many and I don't use them enough, and I'm all about trying to use stuff I have. So we're going to try this out even though this is not watercolor paper, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. Let's see. I think for the bear, I'm going to be using this kind of shade of brown, or actually maybe I'll go lighter. Might go that shade of brown, and maybe I'll use this darker one for his mouth. And for his very cute little sweater, maybe we'll go with like this bright green. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I haven't actually tried this. I think the method I'm going to use to try to color him is with a paintbrush. And instead of coloring the actual image, I'm going to be taking color off of the pencils, and I'm gonna go that route. So I have a little, I don't know if you guys have ever like seen these. I keep sequins in them typically, but they're like these little clear jar things. I got them at the Container Store, I believe. And so I just kind of filled a little one with water, and it's like perfect. So I'm super excited. I'm just gonna go ahead and wet my brush a little bit here. This is just like a random brush that I got at Tuesday Morning, I think for like $1.99. It came with like a pack of, I don't know, 8 or something. So I think I'm just gonna try to pick up some of this color here on my brush. Since this is such a small image, I don't really need my brush to be very, very wet, but right now it kind of is. So I might need a little bit of scrap paper to dab with, but I'm just gonna kind of get that real nice and colored there. Okay. I'm sorry if I end up doing this kind of in an odd angle. I can't see with the camera in the way. Let's go ahead and start with his back here. Ooh, that's very orangey. Let's see how this turns out. So as you can see, my brush is super wet. So hopefully it won't bleed through too much or go beyond the lines. But hey, if it does, that's okay too. It's just what's going to happen. This is a very orange bear currently. I'm going to go ahead and just get a little bit of that water off my brush. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more color. And we're going to go for his face. Now you can see kind of the face is already a little bit lighter than the body, just because I didn't have as much color and as much water, and I'm kind of happy about that. His body looks a little bit neon. I wonder if I could scoop some of that up, but not too bad. We'll see what happens here. Alright, kind of get my brush a little bit clean. The nice thing about doing it this way is your brush typically doesn't pick up so much color that you're like having to dunk it in water and stuff, so not too bad. And let's go ahead and do the green before we do that dark brown. Here we go. I like doing coloring this way sometimes as opposed to coloring directly on the paper. I just think you get a little bit better control, especially when you don't have watercolor paper you're using, like I don't right now. So I think it's easier to control the colors when you do it this way. Ooh, that's a very light green. I might have to pick up a little bit more color, or just leave it as is. It's kind of cute. Alright, let's go and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just do the base color for everything. I'm going to grab some of this dark brown, or darker anyways. Kind of dab it in some water again, get some excess water off of my brush. Ooh, that's very liquidy. Ooh, there we go. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the sweater and pick up from another green. So I'm going to pick up from this darker green here. These watercolor pencils are Artist Loft, so they're the much more like bargain, affordable ones. These are the ones I just happened to come across, so I figured, hey, I should use them. I have other ones as well that I actually prefer. Which ones are the ones that I prefer? I haven't used them in so long, I can't remember, but when you're doing a small image like this, I just don't feel like you need to worry too much about it. Let's add a little bit of that. Ooh, yay. I like it. Cute. Alright, what I think I'm going to do is maybe try to even out some of that orangey color, because it's very orangey. I'll just try to lighten it up maybe a little bit with some yellow. I don't know, this might make it more orangey. Well, I guess we'll find out. I'll show you guys one that I colored just with the color pencil part of these, well, just the color pencil, and I added a little bit of water in. It turned out okay, but you can clearly tell this is not watercolor paper. So, alright, so we've done that. That's just going to be our little berry guy for now. It's actually kind of cute. And let me show you the other one that I did, where I directly drew or colored on the paper and added water later. So you can definitely tell the difference between the two images here. So this one, you can tell it's a little bit more drawn. Let me make sure it's focused. And this one, the coloring is a little bit more solid, I guess. Both very cute though. I like it. They're adorable. So those are some colored in images of this stamp set using just some basic watercolor pencils. Again, you don't have to do this, obviously. You can, or you can just color them in with regular color pencils or color them in with markers, you know. But I just thought I would show you guys a little video of me coloring. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye.